She's a businesswoman, radio personality, and social influencer. Her name is Carrion Collins, known as Chiney K, and she's here with us today on the Alrick Show. Chiney K!
Hi!
How are you doing?
My man.
All right. No, first of all, I must tell you, I love your clothes.
You like it?
I love your fashion. I never had an idea that you'd come in this blue shoes. These shoes are called, right?
Yeah,
shoes.
like heels-ish.
Right.
Could be higher, but yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. And then I have the blue here to match.
We matching.
Yeah.
We matching. I like that.
So we're about to have a good day.
We're about to have a good day.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Your journey in the social space. Yeah. You have like over 250,000 followers. What's that like to literally come out of privacy? Yeah. And know that everywhere you go, basically, not just in Jamaica, but anywhere, you are known.
I think it's kind of weird and crazy in a sense, but I've always had that kind of personality that people gravitate towards. They like to say that I'm kind of crazy and full of different personalities, which is good. So people follow me because they find something about me that they like. I'm okay with that.
What does all of this mean to you? Because now you are not just, on social media and you have some followers,
right.
But you mean a lot to these people, yes. Whether you're inspiring them or motivating them about something, yeah, or even making them laugh. What does all this mean to you?
It's very humbling, and I'm very grateful for it because it wasn't up until recently, because on Instagram, everybody puts their best foot forward on Instagram, make it look good and everything. And recently I just decided to be me. Don't even care if my makeup is not done or if my hair is not done, just be me. And I did see that people comment like, before I did kind of like you, but whenever I couldn't resonate with you. So the more I'm myself is the more people relate to me, like I was saying, in different ways. And I appreciate that I do motivate them to be better themselves. So it's very nice.
Right. Now, how did you step into that space? Was it intentional? Did you get up one day and say, listen, I'm going to try and be big on this platform?
It was not intentional, but I do realize the more you do things, the more people gravitate towards you and the more responsibility you have, because now you have a larger following. The term influencer is kind of crazy to say I'm not an influencer, I'm just me. But when you do have a large following, you find out that the things you do influence people. You know what I mean? So it's not something that I set out to do. It just comes with the fact that people gravitate towards you, want to follow you, and want to know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Now, of course, you have friends that, you go on social media with, such as Dan, Tanania. Tell me about that friendship, because I always wondered about it. Now, how did that friendship develop?
Well, Dan and I, we've been friends for a while, and then we got closer when he wanted to do a series called Catch. So he called me and said, Chiney K, I have this idea. This is how it goes, blah, blah, blah. And then through being creative, we ended up working closer together. And then a little bit after that, then, Tanani and everybody else came in the picture. And it kind of made sense because everybody is creative in their own rights. Like, Tan she has a whole YouTube unlocked, she does her thing. And, Dan is in the creative space as well. So it only makes sense that we're, friends and together. And then when we do come together, we create content creatively that is amazing, and people really like that. People like the friendship dynamic, and people gravitate towards each of our personality.
How intentional are you about the things that you put out? What is it that you want people to get from you at the end of the day?
That's very tricky, because when you put out on social media, people assume that you put out everything, but I don't. Privacy is really important to me. And even when I do my daily vlog, I said, come along with me for a part of my day, not the whole day. You know what I'm saying? So I do think privacy is very important, especially as a woman in Jamaica right now. privacy is very important. So I do keep a lot of social media, and I show what I want you to see. And I think that just doesn't go for me. That goes for anybody. For your privacy and for your safety, you have to keep some things back, and for your sanity as well. However, there's sometimes when I post, I'm like, I'm not gonna like this, or I'm gonna know. Post it. And I post it. I never know what out of the content that I post people are going to gravitate towards. You know what I mean? So I just post whatever it is that I have to, and I just hope that, well, I know that when people see my content, it makes them laugh. Yeah. It makes them feel better about themselves. It educates them, especially when I post anything pertaining to, being an entrepreneur, being a businesswoman. A lot of people like that. I get a lot of positive messages for that. And also just being funny, because in a time like this, everybody wants something to take their mind off of what's going on. You know what I mean? So I know, especially the vlogs, people really like that. And I get a lot of messages on it, like, I have a bad day, I'm just come home and watch your day. And it's like I'm right there with you. So my hope is for every piece of content that I put out, somebody could relate to something and take away from it.
Right. Do you consider yourself to be funny?
I like to think I'm pretty hilarious. Yeah. But most of the times I'm being myself, and the internet has dubbed me a lot of names.
Yes. What is
it? Barbara. She is the awkward side of Chiney K. She can't really dance. She not really get the step them, and she's not really the best cook, but she try. Barbara is the trying part of me, right? So
and that's the real you in real life. You can't really dance.
It's the real life. Everybody is in one, Everybody is in one, and people just grab it. Like I didn't say it. They just come Auntie Barbara. Oh God, Alrick, Auntie Barbara. With an auntie next to it. Exactly. Look how my young
Barbara is just bad enough, but
Auntie Barbara, I can't. It stresses me out. And the more I say, don't call, if my said, don't call me, then just call me Auntie Barbara even more. So we have Barbara.
You have a big family. It's a big family and friends here online.
Yes, I do have. I like to, I call them Team Chiney K. Mm-hmm. That's the support system I have online. And believe it or not, on my page, I don't get a lot of negativity. Beautiful. Isn't that nice? Yeah. I like that for me. But I think the bigger you get, so like I like to think of like the Kardashians and stuff like that. People that don't know you or know you're following, or your people that haven't been following you for a while, they don't know what you're about. So they come on and they might see something and not understand. Everybody bad behind the computer screen. And then they feel the need to comment something negative.
How do you stay about that?
It depends on what it is, because people just say whatever and purposely say it to kind of tick you off or to get your attention. So the key is not to focus on that. Just focus on the positive of whatever it is that you put out on the social media space.
I love how positive you are.
Thanks.
I mean, it's the first time meeting you and I actually like you. Thanks. Because I'm feeling your energy. All right. We take a break. When we come back, we talk to Chiney K about business and about empowering other women. Chiney K is on radio from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. every single day of the week, yeah?
On fire, Capuchon and myself, and it's so exciting and fun to have the energy to be responsible to make sure your listeners are energized and in a positive mood. Back when I lived in New Jersey, I was on Roadblock Radio, so the Caribbean station back then, and I was actually on the morning show. It was called The Morning Mint, but that was years ago. So this now is a brand new opportunity and a just whole brand new experience that I absolutely love, even more than I did like back then.
How did you get to this point? What were the challenges that you had to overcome to reach here?
It took a while to get here. I used to stay in my friend's attic, and I would wait to hear a no. I'd wait to hear, we love your resume, but love what we see, but unfortunately, or great, but due to the fact that, You know what I mean? I heard a lot of no's, to the point where I figured, well, you know, whatever, I'm just going to start my own show, which is how the On My Mind series came about, because I was tired of hearing no's. So I was like, okay, I asked my sister for take out a Best Buy credit card, and she did, and I bought a Canon 60D. I didn't know how to work it. I brought it to my audio class. I remember I was crying because Mr. Chiney K is a fool. He buy this big old camera and then don't even know how to use it, not really realizing when you buy the camera, you have to think about the audio aspect of it. And it was just very stressful, but I do my thing, and it worked.
I want to talk about the waiting period. And what kind of mindset and what were you telling yourself during the wait?
During the wait, I felt good. After I applied for any position or spoke to somebody about anything, I would feel good and hopeful, because I'm like, all right, I apply this or that good now. I'm apply right here, so that good. So while waiting, I felt okay in a sense because I already took the first step. So I'm hopeful. But it is very nerve-wracking because you don't know what cards are going to play. You don't know who's going to call you back. I remember every morning I would wake up and say, okay, it's a fresh new day. What am I going to work on today? Let me check my email, because, you know, when work starts 9 o'clock, 8:30, when people start, you know, getting around their computer, you're going to see my resume, you're going to answer. So waking up every morning was good for me to see something, a response. But then when I would wait and not get the response I would want, it's nerve-wracking. I always say that I always get to the very tip, but could never pass just to go over. I would also say, I always say that I just need one shot. Just one person, just one shot. Remember, I filled out an application, got an interview at Disney, met with them and everything. And I'm like, okay, this is it. And then I never got through. And then I was like, why? Like, that's when the why and the doubts come in, because to me, I'm amazing at what I do. But then I realized that sometimes it's not your time. And that's okay, because even the opportunities that I have now and the way I do things now, I think about back then and think that there's no way I could have done it back then anyway. And it ended up working out for me now. So I'm okay with that. Like, I applied to work at iHeartRadio. So many different on-air positions, this, that, da, da, da. No. And then look now. I'm on radio. It was presented to me without looking for it. Blessed.
What was that low point that you reached, and what did you hold on to stay grounded and, you know, to keep working on you and becoming better?
A low point, I would say, I used to work at Bath and Body Works, and I liked my job. But I just had no money for food. And I remember I could only afford chicken pot pies from Walmart and the Stouffer's lasagna, because they were like $2. Pot pies were like $1 and change. To this day, I will not eat a chicken pot pie. When I say I lived on chicken pot pies, I lived on it. And I didn't even have money to buy pot pie one day. I ate a coworker's lunch. I don't think I ever told anybody, but I ate a coworker's lunch because it just did dead end. I was hungry and it was break time. But that was low for me, but I was still happy. I was still okay. I was still working, you know, you work at Bath and Body Works to get your money, but on the side, I made sure that I dedicated time towards what it is that I wanted to achieve. You know what I mean? So I don't regret that at all. It's a part of the journey and what made me. You understand? So I'm okay with that. And now I don't have to eat anybody's lunch. Yeah. I can buy lunch 20 times over.
And give to somebody else too.
And also give to somebody else.
What does it mean to you to be that woman that other women look up to?
It's good, but I've never thought that it would be that way, because I thought that I would be, you know, a motivation to, like, you know, my family and to like my sisters and thing. But when other people, other women, I mean, I thought big woman too, you know, like big woman approach me that you would never think, like, if you follow Wagwan with Chiney K, like this, you're a big woman. You know what I mean? It means a lot, because I look up to other women as well to get motivation. Even when I was talking to my friend Dan's, she's the CEO of Golden Cosmetics, and I'll be like, yeah, you know, I did this. She'd be like, what? She's like, Chiney K, that's a big deal. And she like drip me up to let me know that whatever I'm doing is a big deal. So for other women to look at me to motivate them, I like that.
All right, so we take a break. When we come back, we talk more with Chiney K about her product that is in over 150 countries. We talk more about the woman behind her big business after this break.
This is Jolie for your organic hair growth, hair nourishing oil. So if you ain't got no edges, if you got a bald spot.
Welcome back to the show. The lovely Chiney K is here with us, and she shows off her brand of hair care products inspired by her trip to India.
Yes, I did. I traveled all the way to India, and I actually went there to launch season 4 of the On My Mind series. And what struck me was how beautiful everyone's hair is. I mean, from the baby to the old man and old lady, beautiful long hair. And I'm like, well, this is what we spend in $400 a bundle for.
Yeah.
Why not find out what it is that they're using so that we can use it too and improve our hair? At the time, I had just started going natural, inspired by my sister. She started going natural first because from Obana, I've since is just cream ear. That's all I knew until, you know, she started doing it. I'm like, well, your hair look nice. I'm like, let me try. And then that's when I realized, like, oh, I have nice ear too. But I tried to find products that I would like to use and I was unable to. So when I went to India, I found out that, you know, they use the Mahabringraj oil, which is Ayurvedic, that they've been using forever. And that's what they use to grow and maintain their hair.
Jolie Fair.
Yes.
What's the meaning of Jolie Fair?
Jolie Fair, well, it's French, so it basically means beautiful. So I studied French in college, and at the time when I was coming up with a name for it, I was like, I need something that sounds fancy. You know what I mean? And French is always just so beautiful and, yeah, fancy. Yes.
What are the benefits of using products?
Okay, so the benefits of using Jolie Fair is it helps to grow your hair. It really helps with dandruff. It helps with your bald spots. It helps with premature graying. And just for overall daily hair nourishment, it's a really good oil. When I started to use it, my hair became more moisturized, longer, and thicker. I actually had cut out the middle of my head on accident. It happens when you have braids and you think you kind of cut it, but you don't really cut it. But I ended up like cutting, like there was like a literal like hole in the middle of my head, and then I used it, and it actually the bald spot, yes, and it actually helped with it. But I don't like to talk about the benefits for me because people will say, oh, Chiney K, you have nice hair, you might have nice hair, you have nice hair. So I love the feedback I do get from my customers, the before and after pictures, the comments, the reviews. I really like to have them tell the story because it works for everyone with so many different hair types. So it's really good for, you know, overall nourishment, and it's great for that, for any hair type. You could use it from there. It's distributed island-wide in Jamaica, so your favorite, you know, pharmacies and beauty supply stores, chances are they will have it. And also internationally, you'll be able to order online, and it is shipped and distributed to any country you're in. You could basically order online, and we'll ship it to you worldwide.
Apart from this, any more product to come?
I'm going to be building out the lines. So basically, Jolie Fair everything. Jolie Fair beauty, wear, fit. I just want, when you see this logo, you just know that there's an array of products under this logo. But you know, you have to take time. What I'm saying, one cocoa full of basket. Haha, that's right. So building on that. But besides Chiney K, you know, the entrepreneur, there's Kerry, the content creator. There's Kerry, the TV radio host. There's the producer. There's the DP. Anything in the production space, I am good at because that's my background. My major is in media production and marketing and a minor in film studies. So I do have the background in any and everything production besides this. So it's really good when you have your hands in a lot of things to an extent. The more you know, the more you work, and the more you know, the more you grow. So it's very important for me to feed all the different sides of me that I like.
What's your support system like?
My support system is very strong from, you know, my family. My dad, you know, always supported me from day one. My mom, AKA Benz. Yeah. Benz is. I think when I first was doing, you know, the media stuff and the TV stuff, she couldn't really see it. You know, I think with a lot of parents, when they, you know, leave Jamaica for America for a better life, a lot of field that you see a lot of Caribbean people going is in a nursing field. I didn't take that route. I can't deal with the maths too tough, you know what I'm saying? So the media thing was me, and my mom knows me as a character. I used to get enough beating, so she knows, say, you know, I'm a character. So once she sees her daughter succeeding in whatever field it is, she's happy. She supports me in everything that I do. I think every parent just wants to see their children do good in whatever field it is. So my friends, my family are definitely supportive. My friends, I have friends in so many different, you know, career industry, but they still understand media and still understand entertainment. And I'm like the foolishness too, you know, they more laugh and them something. So when it comes to the creator and the content creation part of me, they love that. And of course, they do support my business as well. And people that aren't friends and family, the followers, yeah, man, they support as well.
For people who are looking on at you, you know, pursuing your dreams and living your dreams, still so many more to live as well. What are your thoughts on that?
My hope for myself would be to expand my business more to a point where it is available everywhere, worldwide, next to so many other big brands. I hope for myself as a media personality that the sky is the limit for that. I see myself in a very big space amongst the top media personalities that we know and love. I don't think limits. And for other persons as well, don't think limits, because if you put your mind to it, you can achieve it. And I encourage everyone that follows me along my journey to motivate yourself also. So if I'm climbing up, I want you to climb up with me in your own way. You understand? Take what you must from my journey. Take whatever motivation, whatever inspiration you want from me, but use it as well to motivate and push yourself. So you don't want to run down your body, understand? You have to take time, pace yourself, and put everything into perspective, and it works.
All right, thank you very much, Chiney K, for sharing with us. Remember, keep working hard, just pace yourself, and your dreams can come true. They will come true. Chiney K believes it, so keep pushing. I'm Alrick McKenzie. The Alrick Show will be back next week.